Okay, today we're going to do this concept called ratio or change concept. Now, this is actually the most complicated of all the ratio questions where everything is being changed. So today, just going to go through two possible methods of solving this. So first, let's read the question. The ratio of Ali's money to Billy's money is 2:1. So we're just going to write down the facts. A is to B is 2:1. After Ali saved another 60, so that is a positive, so we plus, okay, to his savings, and Billy spent 150, so that will actually negate his savings, so it's minus 150, and the final ratio becomes 4:1. So where there you have it, actually a very straightforward question. It's just that the numbers are all, everything is changed, you know, the total number changes, both of the sides, or both of the party have changes in the savings, so everything is changed here. So this is your all change concept. Now, if you go online, you can see that actually some teacher propose that you should just use algebra to solve this, which is, I think, very difficult. Okay, but I'll just follow one part which they say is we will call this parts and units. Now I want to call this ratio here. I'm just going to call this units. Okay, and then we're going to call this parts. Okay, for differentiation, because they are, the ratio would means that the one here is not the same as the one here. So now, if you do very basic, just following this, you can just do using algebra, which you can have no problem in secondary school, but you have problem in primary 6. So how would that look like? 2 units of this plus 60 will give you 4 parts. Okay, so if I multiply this side by 4, that will give me 1 unit minus 150. See, this side is 1 unit minus 150, so it's actually 4 times of this. So if you're in secondary school, it's very easy for you. 2 unit plus 60 equal to 4 unit minus 600. And then what do you do next? You bring the 2 unit over. So 4 unit minus 2 unit. 600 come over, so it becomes 600 plus 60. And what you're going to have is 2 unit is equal to 660. I'm just going to switch side. So 1 unit is 330. So since 1 unit is 330, and take note, this is units, so it belongs to the top. So how much did Ali have at first? It will just simply be 2 unit is equal to 660. So Ali would have 660 right at the start. Now this would be very difficult for primary 6 student to accomplish, assuming that you have just learned algebra. So alternatively, instead of saying units and instead of doing it directly, teachers have come up with actually different kind of methods. So one of them is to let the last part be equal. So same thing, this is units. I'm just going to change color. This is units, and this is parts. Okay, so what we want to do is we want to make this part, this number here, 4:1, become 4:4. So we make these two the same. So if you want to make this 4, the entire right side we have to multiply by 4, and every component multiply by 4. That means including this, and therefore this is this. So your new ratio will change. It will become 4. This will become minus 600, and this will become 4. So right now your bottom, your final ratio is exactly the same. So what does it mean? Again, we write an equation. 2 units plus 60 is equal to 4 unit minus 600. And then you go on to solve, you realize that you actually reach at this line. It's actually the same. So just go ahead and solve. It's a slightly easier algebra, but it's still algebra. So you still get 1 unit 330. So same thing, you need to find 2 units, so it's 660. Now you realize that if you put two methods side by side, actually what it does is that it takes out one part of the algebra and put it into the diagram. It might be easier for student, might not be easier for student. So let's explore. What else can we do? I call this the model drawing method. So sometimes I always teach my student, model is very difficult to do. Not very difficult, it's very time consuming to do. And drawing model you must have to do ratio. But what if ratio becomes so complicated? Then we go back to model. So if I try to draw a model, so initially we have 2:1, two big box, right, is to one big box. And now what happened? Ali saved $60. That means I'm going to add $60 here. And then Billy spent 150. I'm going to cut away 150 from here. Okay, and now we actually more or less have the final ratio. What does it mean? Let me just color it so that it's very clear for everybody. Yeah, I'm just going to color yellow. So see, this portion here, the yellow part, is actually new. The BD amount of money left at the end. And Alex's share is supposed to be 4:1. That means 4 times of his. So I'm just going to cut up his share, divide up his share into this. Okay, so that you see, this is the original same block. So if I cut out 150 and I cut out 150, how many yellow block would I have left? I would have 2. Okay, I will have 2 yellow blocks. And according to ratio, this is 4:1. Which means to say there's 2 units here. That means the remaining 150, and 60 must be 2 units. That means 150 plus 150 plus 60. This will represent 2 units. So what is this? 300 plus 60. 2 units. Okay, and the 60 here, actually I shouldn't use unit, I should use parts, because after I cut it up, this yellow is actually represent parts so that people don't get confused. Okay, so I'm just going to change. Okay, so this is parts, and this is parts. So one part is 180. So the question asks how much did Ali have at first. Okay, so if this is one part, let me calculate what Ali have at the end first. So what Ali have at the end would be four parts. That means 180 times 4, which will give you 720. Okay, now if at the end is 720 and he's supposed to save another extra 60, so I'm going to minus away 60. 720 minus 60 will give me 660. And so you have it. Okay, 2 methods of solving. You decide which one is best for you. Thank you.